And we're live. Welcome back to Derby Arboretum online festival. So good morning, Derby, and good morning the whole world, really, because we've had people tuning in from all over the world to this, which we're really flattered by. It's fantastic. We've got, as you can see, lots of friends with us today on our finale. We're a little bit sad, so we're really happy that you're joining us just to cheer us up on our final day of the festival. So it's been absolutely wonderful. We've had lots of fun. We've got also the community garden beaming in live from there. You can see big wave there from Simon. There's a few people in the garden as well. They're actually killing two birds with one stone, if you like. They're doing a bit of community garden while we're beaming live on a live show as well. So we like that kind of industry here at Derby. And you can see Rowan there walking in the back of the shot, coming over to say a big hello to us as well. She's got her gardening shears, so we're making sure lots of work's being done in the background, so we're not wasting any of our time. So yeah, we've had a wonderful week and absolutely thrilled you've been able to join us and send in all your pictures and comments and so on. And it's going to be a brief introduction from me today, because I'm going to give way to our chair, Joe Semister of the Friends of Derby Arboretum. But before I do, I'm going to hog the limelight just a couple of seconds longer, because there's a couple of things I want to say. First is my regular bit was the questionnaire. So well, not questionnaire, I do a quiz on Twitter every day. And the one we had yesterday, so we're not giving you one today, but the one we had yesterday was when did work start on the Central Park in New York? And remember, the Central Park in New York was inspired by the Derby Arboretum. We weren't the only park, to be completely truthful, that the Central Park was inspired by, but it was visited by Frederick Law Olmsted, and you can go to the About page on our YouTube channel, subscribe whilst you're there, but go to the About page on our YouTube channel, Friends of Derby Arboretum, and you'll see that we've got a link there to the Library of Congress, where it's held in Frederick Law Olmsted's own words, how brilliant he thought when he visited the Derby Arboretum was. So it's a 4-page document. I recommend you see that. I'm not going to put the quiz up, but the potential answers was the New York Central Park started work in 1837, 1847 or 1857. 62.5% answered correctly 1857. Remember, the Derby Arboretum was actually gifted to the public of Derby on the 16th of September 1840. So that's a full 17 years before work started on Central Park. If you guessed 1837, obviously that would be before. So there's a bit of a clue there. I want to give you some other numbers and facts and figures, if I may. We've uploaded 36 videos to the channel. It's only 9 days ago. We had two or three. We only started the channel about a month ago. On the show this week, we've had 9 guests from outside of the Friends of the Park. So we've had Paul Simpson, CEO of the Derby City Council. We've had Royal Crown Derby. We've had Winters, the oldest photographic studio, public photographic studio in the UK, here in Derby. We've had them on the show, Mo Suleiman as well from the Derby Chat Show, and a host more. We've had lots of friends come on, and we've had lots of Twitter quizzes. We've had 30 plus guess the photo competition as well. So we've had lots to do. And in terms of the YouTube channel as well, and bearing in mind we've only started this a month ago, we've got 168 subscribers now. We want more. We're going to continue the channel. We're going to continue uploading things, but we've got 168 subscribers. Now I'm going to be really cheeky here and tie this in with the quiz that we just done on Twitter, and let you know what the subscribers are for the Central Park YouTube channel is, and they've got 921 subscribers. Now they started in 2009, so a little bit of rivalry there. Can you help us get to 200 subscribers before Central Park gets to 1,000 subscribers? So get on, help us out, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. 200 hours of watch time we've had in a week, 200 hours, think about that. for a second, and 3,260 views of all the videos that we put out. And I'm not surprised, because there's some real corkers on there, some really beautiful videos, and yeah, we're just chuffed to bits. A couple of comments just before I give way to Joe. We had, if I get the name right, Patricia McHale. Thank you very much for watching and for coming to the park and appearing in the People of the Park video. She commented on the YouTube video. She said, it's a lovely film for the archive. And as one of the participants, it was very interesting and enjoyable to see the comments of others in the video. Never thought my first visit to the Derby Arboretum would be so memorable. So thank you very much, Patricia, for coming along, starring in our videos, and also that comment. And also a comment from earlier on, Nigel Downs, about the trees of the Arboretum. He said, a very informative film. Derby Arboretum seems to be a real treasure. I had known about it and visited it for the first time last week. I'm pleased to see the Friends of Derby Arboretum are passionate about its future, and I look forward to attending future events. And that's just a couple of comments that we've had on the videos and on YouTube and on our social media that I'm mentioning throughout the week. So as I say, absolutely thrilled to bet the response we've had, and thank you very, very much for subscribing. So it's our time to sort of reflect and say thank you to you guys as well. So that's why we've got lots of the friends with us today, and also beaming from the garden as well. We've got our usual things, guess the photos and the answers to those, and also what have people been contributing on the hashtag DerbyArbo20. So without further ado, I will give way to our chair of the Friends of Derby Arboretum, Joe Semester. Over to you, Joe.
Thank you very much, Natalie. Thank you, and thank you for all your efforts this week. They've been absolutely superb. So Natalie's been our kind of technical lead on all of this. I'm taking over partly because I've got all the slides loaded up on my computer. So you're going to have to bear with me in a few minutes as I get these slideshows going. Anyway, behind me, I have Alex, our treasurer, and she hasn't been able to join us all week because she's been at work, but she's come to sit behind me today. You know, it's very good for the chair to have the treasurer actually at her shoulders directing. So here she is. Okay, and then across my screen, we have Jenny. I'll be showing one of her PowerPoints of the balloons in a minute. Sarah from the Derby Parks, Ben, our secretary, and Claire, Rowan and Simon, who are on the garden invisible at the moment, and Diana. So we'll all have a chance to talk to you in a minute. I'm going to start by going over to Jenny. Jenny, maybe you'd like to say a little bit about stuff while I load up your slides of the balloons.
So I've just really enjoyed this lovely week that we've had. So I came on last weekend and I spoke about, you know, all the artwork that I wanted people to send in, and so I've got a lovely little film that I've put all the pictures together that people have sent in. So I was really pleased with how many we got. But also I've just loved watching it all week. So it's just been great. And we've just had so many lovely guests on. It's been really interesting, and a lot of people have been messaging me and saying, well done, you know, you're doing really well. So it's just been a really, really lovely week. So and something we've never done before, and I think we might be doing a bit more of in the future. Now we've got this channel. So
can you actually see the slides, Jenny?
No.
Oh, I've got this problem again. Just bear with me, everybody. Oh.
So
whilst Joe's sharing the screen, Jenny, I just wanted to say I did give it a go myself. I had a try of doing a balloon, and it did quite. I know you said PVA glue, didn't you, in your video? And in my mind I skipped that and went back to my school days and got wallpaper paste. And I put it in a bowl like you told me to, and it gathered water at the bottom. I think I put so much on it, and it's still not dry, and I really wanted it to be dry this morning. My basket's dry, so that's worked. I had to make that because I didn't have a cereal box. I did actually order some cereal, but the cereal came in bags, so it was just littered.
Looks lovely. Well done for having a go. I mean, it looks fine. It looks like, is the balloon, have you taken the balloon out? It's still in.
No, that's the bit I'm really looking forward to, and it hasn't dried yet, and I can't do that.
I've had a go as well. I'm part way through mine as well.
I think yours is better than mine, Sarah.
See what it ends up like.
We're just flipping through the photos. So these are some of the ones that we've had hanging up in the park. And then people have been colouring in the colouring sheet. So that was with oil pastels. So this is Gary and Barty from Mackworth. And then we've got a lovely one with some shiny bits on it as well. And that was Eleanor, and she's 7 and lives in Hilton. So I bet the sun really shines on that. And then Hazel, the little one in Mickleover. And then Kitty, who's nearly 3, did a lovely pom-pom one. She lives all the way down in Surrey. And then we've got a collage one here. That's from Bill. And then there's another one. This is inside the Grove Lodge. So I just thought I'd take a few more of my balloons. And then Leah did a lovely colourful one with just sort of natural colours. And also made a hot air balloon. And then Sam, age 4, from Borrowash. I think that looks like it's whirling around in the wind, that one. And we have Mick from Alistry. Very lovely one there, just about to take off. And then Charlotte, lovely blue one. So we had a few colouring ones. Now this one, not sure, Roxy did see it in the park. So I think might not be Roxy's, but, and then Oliver's stripy one. And a lovely one from Rowan with the dog. Yeah. And a nice colourful one from Phoebe. So we've had people from Derby, and I think that's the end of it there. We've had people from Derby, but people from further afield that sent it, and from Hilton and Borrowash. So I just wanted to have a big shout out to the 3 little ones. So there was Eleanor, who was 7 from Hilton, Sam, who was 4 from Borrowash, and Kitty, who was nearly 3 from Surrey. So well done, everybody.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Thank you for joining in.
I love the sort of wind sound that you got on that, because outside today it really is quite breezy, and it's not as warm in the orangery as I've got my sweater on today. It's not as warm as it has been all week. We enjoyed the sunshine earlier in the week. Sarah, you're next on my screen. I wondered if you wanted to say something.
Oh, I just wanted to say well done. It's been such a fantastic week, and it's just been lovely. So like things like the kind of the People's Park video that you recorded, and how people kind of took and love and value the park. It's almost like we provide the backdrop of a park, but actually people live in it and use it and enjoy it, and it's just been immense really of how it is. And well done to you guys. I've been having all the different friends groups across the city saying, listening in and going, you're doing a fantastic job. So yeah, that was the main thing really. But yes,
thank you very much. We really do appreciate our relationship with the parks, all the staff, you know, the rangers, everybody that comes and helps us.
Yeah.
And we really miss that camaraderie that we would get on a Lark in the Park event when, you know, we're all setting up the gazebos from 6 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
Hammering,
I've really missed it this year.
Yeah, we did. And, you know, hammering all those eggs and things.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll do it again soon. But yeah, I just wanted to say well done. And it's just so lovely to hear how much people value green spaces in Derby, and how much it affects people's lives for the positive. It's brilliant for the mental health, and kind of fitness, and it's great for the environment, tackling climate change and all the rest. It's just fantastic. So yeah.
I think that that's really true, and it's really been brought out by the situation that we're living through at the moment. You know, yes. I think even before people could get out of their houses in groups, they were walking around the park. Singing,
yeah, I mean,
a great breathing space.
Yeah, I mean, that park's been so full of life throughout this. So
yeah, you can easily, and although it's such a small space, you can easily walk through and find 200 or 300 people. You know, and you don't, you hardly
you don't notice. Yeah.
So, Ben, you're next on my screen. Ben, our secretary. So you're on mute at the moment.
Yeah, hi, Joe. And first of all, I would like to make a shout out to Natalie, who has pulled all this together. I mean, I know others are going to want to say this, but I'd chip in as well. And without your tenacity and getting behind YouTube and the YouTube studio and the link with Zoom and getting us all together with scripts and so on, it's been a mammoth job for you. And I think you probably underestimate just how much work you put into this. So I would first of all like to say a big thank you for doing that. And it's left us a legacy for the future as well. And then I'd like to, talking of legacies, have a shout out for Claire and Rowan's video talking to people in the park. And I think that must be a start for 10 going forward, because that is something that gives a timestamp on what people feel and how they are in this area and so on going forward, so that in years to come, hopefully that will still be around as a legacy. And so legacy, very important. But I can't not take a moment to say how Rotary have enjoyed being a part of this process. And for the last 5 years, in fact, some of the pictures behind me show our involvement. The one to my to my right is us at the 175-year celebrations 5 years ago, when we first got to know about the whole Friends group and saw the potential for us as a group to get involved. So then you see above me to my right again, the building that we're so involved in, trying to refurbish and get ready. And it's so near now to being ready after all these times. I don't know how many times I've said to Jenny, yeah, next month, or give us another 3 months. And so time went on from 2015 onwards and 2017 onwards. Yeah, just give us another 6 months. We just got to get the money, you know, don't worry about it. And Jenny was, oh, I don't see how you'll ever do it. You know, but here we are, we're almost there, Jenny. And I'm so pleased. And then to my left, I think it's my left. Yeah, my left, is a picture of us in the heart of the park doing pancakes. And we've had a lot of fun doing pancakes. In fact, I think you can just about see Alex there in the Friends tabard. Yes, thanks, Alex, who backed in as my wife and somebody else from Rotary, Kay from Rotary, doing pancakes. And that's something we do. And I think that's another thing we should carry on doing in the park every year if we can. Hopefully we can do it next spring, but who knows. So yeah, I just want to say that Rotary is here to stay. It sees the great potential of the Friends group and the location of the building in amongst this neighbourhood to start to reach to those communities that need reaching, giving people opportunities they wouldn't otherwise have, whether they're charity based or just local residents that need some assistance or some guidance or whatever it is. I want us to be there. And it's so therefore important that the Friends group grows with more membership. So whenever you're watching this, and you may not be watching it right now, but when sometime in the future, please think about becoming a member of the Friends of Derby Arboretum. We'll be needing more people. We'll be wanting to man the building during the day so that people can drop in, visitors can come in and find information. Other people can come in and have a cup of tea, whatever. But We will need more active membership. So please think about that and join us. All right, back to you, Jo.
Thank you very much, Ben. I'm going to bring Alex to sit on my chair for a few minutes because she's also a member of Rotary, and you've just seen her photo. She's been very, very active in helping to prepare balloons and various other things and participating in lots of our events. We do, really value having her around, and I'm sorry we've missed her this week. So I'm just going to swap places.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I don't have a great deal to say because everybody else has been talking so wonderfully about this week and the park and opportunities to learn and enjoy all the IT preparations that thankfully other people were able to do, because I'm not at all IT savvy. My joy comes from being on the park, walking in the park, being involved with all the activity, whether it is one of the events that the FDA run or just in general. I was very lucky to be able to walk to and from work for a number of years and use the park as part of my route. And that was really wonderful insofar as I felt connected more with the area than I had done when I wasn't, or at the moment, not walking through the park because my work is in a different direction now. But I feel very, very lucky that I have two streams to be happy about the park with. One as part of the FDA and the other, like Ben, being a Rotarian. And it's just wonderful what people can do, what a small amount of people can do when they're committed and when they believe in what it is they're doing and when they feel support financially or otherwise. It's a wonderful feeling. It's like an extended family almost. So thank you for all the hard work, and I'll give you back to Jill.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks very much. Claire is next on my screen. Hi, Claire.
Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you all here. Yeah, I just really wanted to just to say a big thank you to all of you, all of the Friends group, and for all the different contributions, and also to the people on the park that I've talked to over the last few weeks and over the last few years as I've been involved with the Friends of the Arboretum. It feels like by carrying on the communication and talking to people about the park that it's growing people's interest and growing people's involvement. And the park was originally given to the people of Derby as a people's park, and for me the range of people and the range of activities that happen on the park is really important. So I'm really excited to see how this week kind of moves forward and hopefully encourages more people to get involved and to continue celebrating the park. And I've met some great people in my time as sort of doing a little bit of liaison for the Friends of the Arboretum. Last week, a man who's been coming to the park for 80 years, he says that his mother brought him when he was a baby and he's always lived around here. And all the people who just use it for such a wide range of activities, from cycling to yoga to playing sports, the football, the ladies who walk around in the morning, and after 2 years sometimes they stop and have a chat, and that building community by actually talking to people and the park being a real sort of focus for that. And I had a lovely one yesterday as I walked through the park. I didn't actually have my dog with me because I walked the park 2 or 3 times with the dog. And about 3 or 4 people stopped me and said, "Where's your dog? Is he all right?" Now these are Muslim ladies who, you know, a few years ago would have been scared of the dog, but by, you know, talking to each other and yeah, it changes things. And so yeah, I've had some really lovely times on the park, and I hope lots of people will be encouraged by what we've been doing to come to the park, and yeah, continue growing what we've sort of planted here, really. And also just wanted to say thank you to all the groups that have been involved. You know, yes, the Friends of the Park group have done this, but you know, over the years there's been a lot of different organisations in Derby, from the Multi-Faith Centre to Derby College, and not everybody has, you know, been able to be represented during this week. But we, you know, we as the Friends group are really grateful for all the support we've had from all the organisations that we've worked with or that have come in and you know, supported the events that we've run, the funding, people like the Co-op Trust that gave us some funding, and all, you know, all of the aspects. It doesn't you know, a community is about people coming together. And so yes, thank you to anyone who's in whatever way has you know, supported the park, because it's not about us, it's about the park and how it can carry on the original intention of it being a people's park, a public park. So yeah, and thank you to the trees, just my absolute joy in life, living next to the Arboretum, and whatever's going on in the world, to just, you know, have a space to be able to go back to just, you know, calm and peace. And yeah, it particularly in, you know, the world that we're living in at the moment, you know, we're facing a lot of issues. Humanity as a whole is facing a lot of issues, and, you know, to have a green space and you know, and have trees as a resource is just fantastic. So yeah, thank you.
Yes. And thank you, Claire, for all the work that you've done networking with people on the park. That's been really phenomenal, and we really appreciate it, because it gives us, those of us that just, you know, scurry through on the way to other places, it really gives us an insight into everybody else's appreciation and love. I'm coming next to the community gardens. So we've got Rowan and I think Simon out of shot somewhere. You have to yell at him.
He's coming.
It's coming. Okay, over to you, Rowan.
No. Yeah.
We'll be 2 meters social distance.
Oh, right, okay.
I thought you were in a bubble.
Oh, we're in a bubble. God, you're making me look really big. Come a little bit closer.
Okay, good morning.
Over to you, Rowan.
Hello. What do you want me to say?
Well, anything that you've really appreciated about this week, any insights that you have, anything you'd like to say, really, and Simon the same.
Okay. I've really appreciated being forced to learn how to make videos. Although I did it first and pulled quite a lot of hair out, I did get into it. I'm quite happy with what I've managed to achieve, and it seems to have gone down well. So that's amazing. I'm ever so pleased about that. And it's been excuse me. What's another thing that's been really nice has been sort of I've really bonded with Jenny. We've had really long telephone calls, and we've actually got lots of quite odd things in common, but I won't go into that. But and that's been really lovely. That we're all like all pulling together and enjoying it at the same time. And okay, Simon, your go.
My go. Yeah. Okay. Morning, everybody. I've really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed this week, or 9 days is it, that we've been experiencing together in the Arboretum, albeit sort of these strange conditions we're all under at the moment. For me, it's been really inspiring how a group has managed to put a video YouTube channel together in such a short space of time, and we've done it all so well. I've really enjoyed bringing the community garden to people. I hope people have enjoyed the tour around the garden that Rowan and myself put together. And I hope it inspires people to come and take part in the park, come and do some weeding and come and do some edging, because we could really do with people's help in the garden. I'm tackling the fruit bed today, bringing it back from COVID. So yeah, it's been a really inspiring week, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Okay, thanks very much, both of you.
Just to
Can we go back to weeding now?
Dora. Dora.
Oh, there she is.
Good girl. Good girl.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we really appreciate your live gardening session. Monty Dunn, watch out.
Gardening live at Derby Arboretum.
Yeah.
Well, you may laugh, but you may end up doing that. Okay, thanks very much. Diana, you're the next one on my screen. So over to you.
Well, I just wanted to thank everyone, really. I mean, I've been here since 2010, and as you know, I'm not a part of Friends of Derby Arboretum, so I've really enjoyed the experience, because I know I've sort of contributed occasionally, but I've never really, because I don't live in Derby, so I'm sort of there in the day and not as available to go to meetings and stuff. So it's just been a really lovely experience for me, and I feel that I've often felt kind of isolated, not in a bad way, but so I'm upstairs in the studio at Grove Lodge, and I usually spend my time in the orangery or my studio, and sort of that's it. I haven't really had much interaction with anyone else, so it's given me a great opportunity to feel my experience on the park is broader, and I felt very supported, and I hope to carry on helping and being involved with your future projects. So thank you all for being so lovely. That's all I've got to say, really.
You're most welcome.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've got to thank my All Being Well group.
Yes.
For the balloons that you can see behind Joe's head.
By Alex's head, yeah.
And Alex
all around Alex's, yeah.
It was very small. Not very many people participated because it was very low key and under the radar, but it was the perfect amount of people contributed. They filled every branch of the tree, and I just added them around. So I'd just like to big shout out to our All Being Well group.
Yeah, they're there.
And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Diana. I mean, I'm really interested in the idea of using the orangery, as a sort of exhibition and workspace for those of us who do art activities but aren't actually in studios or and so on. So we must talk. But thank you very much indeed for everything you did. Yes, Jenny, you wanted to say something.
Hello, sorry, I just forgot to say all about the lovely performances we've had all week. And I just wanted to do a bit of a shout out. I don't know if Natalie was going to do this already, but I've quickly made a list. So we had Clive the Magician, so that was great. We had Joe May and Francis Watt with the spoons playing workshop, so that was brilliant. The Ukrainian dancers, they were really good. The Shakti Arts Bollywood dancing, so that was very good.
Jenny, can I jump in there? Yes. I was watching the Shakti Arts one, and I was thinking there are groups. Obviously, there's groups in Derby. I was thinking that looks amazing, so I think I'm going to take that up as a hobby. So it's inspired me.
I'll be so pleased.
Very energetic. It'd get us all fit. Maybe they do one that's tailored to the more mature ones of us. I was. Did you want to add anything else, Jenny?
Just a few more. There's Dan Vadolio, the young guitarist, who was brilliant. Phil Tomlinson, the klezmer band. Pippa Naya, spoken word poet. Rebel Women's Choir, they were brilliant. And Dave Sudbury, the poet, the songwriter at the end. Okay, yeah. I just want to say a big shout out to all of them, because without them, it would have been interesting, but it just was the icing on the cake. I think a lot of those performances.
I think so, and I think those are the people that would have been performing live on the park, and so it was brilliant to give them that opportunity. Claire, what did you want to add?
And yes, just to say that these are people who've worked in the park before, but it also this is something that hopefully in the future we will be able to continue, whether it's on screen or hopefully live eventually. And we do want more people to get involved and bring their talents to share in the park. So to keep contacting us and letting us know how people would like to be involved.
Yeah, the way to join us is initially to email friendsderbyarbo@gmail.com, because we need to have that email as a record for GDPR, you giving us permission to contact you. And we don't inundate you with lots of emails. We send out about 6 a year, just to let you know when we're having meetings and events and so on. I'm going to, talking about talent and so on and so forth, I'm going to share the PowerPoint now, which has the favourite trees and some of the artwork that's been inspired by the Arboretum. So just bear with me a moment. That's coming up in a moment. Share.
So whilst Joe, Joe's got it, that's good.
Yeah, if it's going to behave. So this is the big 180 sculpture and the favourite trees and artworks inspired by the Arboretum. So the big 180 did a tour around the Arboretum and appeared, every day from time to time. Here's Alan's favourite Turkish hazel in just the sunshine of coming autumn, and one of his etchings, his dry point etchings. Aidan's favourite. I'm not even sure what kind of a tree that is. I must check up on that. Looks a bit like a magnolia. And another of Alan's. Here's the big 180 outside the orangery where I am sitting at the moment. So I'm in that window that you can see between the 1 and the 8. And Robert's favourite. Robert says that he can see faces in the trunk of this tree. So he likes to sit on the bench opposite and just sort of commune with the different characters in the trunk. Another of Alan's. I wondered if it was the same tree, actually. This is my favourite. It's called Tree of Heaven, and don't ask me what the Latin name is. I have got no idea, but its perfume in the spring is absolutely stunning. And I've been working on some lino cuts. I want to rework this lino cut in several different colours. Another of Alan's. Alan and I go to the same studio to do our printing. So here's the big 180 in Grove Lodge, where Jenny is sitting at the moment, with some little birds. They're sweet, those little birds. And Jenny's favourite tree is her cherry, and the cherries it produces. Here's Alan again. This is a tree, one of the trees in spring. Here's the community garden where we've got Simon and Rowan at the moment, busy cleaning up. And Simon's, well, he has lots of favourite trees, but his big favourite for this purpose was the giant redwood. Leah sent in a piece of artwork. I don't know, Leah, and I don't know what it's of, but yeah. And that's, sorry, that was Natalie's with her shaft of light and the Florentine boar. Nobody's sitting down by the Florentine board today. He's all on his Todd. Alan's photos of the bean tree, which I've put next to Rowan's photos. It's her favourite. And I'm giving the last word to Rowan. She said, look up. So thank you to everyone who made this online festival possible, and to everyone who watched our live chat and videos, sent us photos and artwork. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel and keep in touch with us. You just need to search Friends of Derby Arboretum on any of your social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and it should come up. Thank you very much. Stop share. All right. Okay. And we got Simon back again here. Yes, Simon, did you want to say something?
Live weeding. the live weeding in the fruit bed.
There's not many places you can tune into live weeding, is there? I think, is this the first that we're beaming live to the world?
Well, I think if people can do live fishing, I think we can do live weeding, can't we? I think the weeding might be more useful.
We've got the thank you from the community garden.
I can't see that one very well.
Oh, sorry. Not sure where
Simon,
we are on here. Can you see me?
Simon, I was going to say you might need to whiz down to the orangery to show us that.
Right, okay.
Okay, there is one other thing, of course, one other duty which I have to perform. Yeah, thank you, Simon. There is one other duty which I need to perform, which is to give the results of the archive photos challenge. So that's coming up right now. So the last set that I gave you were yesterday, set 8, a view of a bank holiday Monday, people sitting in the snow watching a band. Then there's the lady pushing the pram and the gardeners and so on around the fountain. There's the gentleman sitting reading the Sunday papers on the benches in the sun. And there's a group who are standing round the fountain, frozen fountain. It froze several times, but this is one particular decade. Okay, answers. So the bank holiday was in 1941, and presumably it was the Easter bank holiday. I mean, surely not August or whenever the other ones would have been. There would have been a Whitsun one and an August one. Surely not those. It must have been Easter Monday. The lady with the pram and all the work going on out around the fountain, that's 1910. The gentleman on the bench are 1958. And the group around the frozen fountain, that is actually one of our earliest photos, and that's in the 1860s. So the Arboretum was 20 years old. Now, isn't that amazing? Okay, thank you very much for everybody who had a go at those, whether you did so secretly at home or whether you actually posted an answer on Facebook and so on. Thanks very much.
And Joe, can I say, in that photograph in the top right-hand corner, the fountain there looks particularly tall, because you said it sort of changed height over time. That looks like it's at its highest there, doesn't it?
Yes, it did. It had a squirty bit on top. And if you look on one of the illuminations photos from earlier in the week, it actually seems to be squirting the water out horizontally. But I think that's, you know, a step too far. I think what we've got, we really like what we've got now.
Oh, what have we got in the garden? What do we have in the garden?
We've got live frog cam.
That was amazing, actually. It did actually catch it. It's flying against the sky. Yes, jumping. Natalie, I think that
it's going in the strawberry.
No.
No, don't do that. That's not nice.
Careful, the Dora might get it. But never a
That's
dull
really,
moment in
really
the
not
community
nice.
garden.
Natalie, I think I'm going to hand back to you because I know that you have a few things that you wanted to say at the end of the week, or
Yes,
I think I've done my duty.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Well, I mean, because you were doing your rounds, and I felt a bit sad that you missed me out, and what I thought of the week. But I know you were coming to the end. Yeah, I suppose I was a little bit disappointed because I wasn't able to use Steve the squirrel that much, because the intention was every time a squirrel was mentioned that I'd give Steve the squirrel a little squeak. But I'm pleased that Ben has been bringing Charlie along. So Steve the squirrel and Charlie, who's the name of the latest boar in the park, are friends. So that's the Hello, Charlie. God, Ben, don't leave me hanging here.
Yeah, Ben's got his mute on. Charlie can't speak.
I'll see you in the park later today.
Watch my video.
It's the end of the week, isn't it? Clearly. So
yes, and I would say there's no point joining us unless you are prepared to be a little bit light-hearted and silly. We don't take ourselves too seriously.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I've had a great time. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's been because people have mentioned this kind of connection as well, setting up this YouTube channel. And we haven't been able to be together in the park in the normal way. But funnily enough, we've actually met more frequently, haven't we, as a result in setting this up. And it has given that flexibility to meet online and meet more people online as well, because they've been able to join in that way. So I think it has actually brought us together in a different way. Nothing can substitute being on the park,
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Oh no, I'll get told off later. Well, I've been super extra. She's off now. She'll tell me off later. Yeah, but I was my next thing I was going to say is how wonderful Rowan and Claire's film is, but I'll send her away now, so I can't say it to her face. But Rowan and Claire's film, absolutely amazing. People on the park has just been absolutely stunning, and also the particular shout out to Ben's films as well, because he had you did 3 films. I don't know how you did it in the time, because there was like kind of really heavy research that you did as well, wasn't there, with all of that and all the documentation and the photographs and stuff that you put together for that. But they were really good and really informative. And in terms of views, I think your first one got something like 240 views or something like that, really quite quickly. So yeah, no, it was really good. So yeah, I kind of brought along as well on a kind of a mantelpiece a little award, and who I was getting. It's all a bit of fun because it's a toy. It is just a toy, and it is my personal award. It's not any other award other than that. And it was my 2 favourites were Ben's trilogy of films and The People on the Park, and I think for me, People on the Park wins it. And I think, as Ben was saying, I think this is something that is going to, I think it's something that's going to last forever. I think people are going to refer to it in years to come. And as Ben was saying, it kind of marks a point in history as well. So it's like a sort of a living time capsule, as if you like. And as Joe was saying, all the different people on the park, the wide diversity of different uses of the park and backgrounds and the number of languages that are spoken on the park is so incredible. Just 7 in that film. And Claire, you were saying that there were like many more languages that could have been spoken as well of the people you chatted to.
Yes, yeah, just such a wide variety, people from all over the world. And one of the things we found that people were happy to talk to us, but didn't want to be on film, depending upon generations or yeah, I think my favourite was the couple at the beginning who actually were making their own film for their YouTube channel, so you could see the confidence in them. So hopefully, as we do more of this kind of thing, more people will be, you know, happy to get involved and get more confident with it, just as we've, you know, sort of grown in confidence this week. And also, you know, maybe be able to make their own films, you know, once we've got the Loudon Lodge up and running, you know, maybe that's a thing that, you know, we have our own Arboretum Film Club. And yeah, with you know, with all of the communities being able to get involved and make their films in their languages. So yeah, real celebration of people.
That would be really fantastic, because we're at the stage now where we're actually putting up the power and the you know, the internet access and everything into the lodge, with the intention that people would be able to come along and use it for workshops and activities that require that kind of access.
Well, that'd be brilliant. And I think watching this film as well, you, Rowan and Claire, you've got a great sort of interview style on how people were really responding to you. I thought that was really nice. And Rowan, I don't think you were on the camera at the time, but it's your film we've awarded the Oscar. People on the Park. So for you and Claire, you won that. So it was a very close tie with Ben's trilogy. So yeah, you've won a prize. So hopefully, I think, as I say, I think will go far and wide. If you haven't seen that film, yeah, I know we're waxing lyrical about it, but I was blown away, and a few of us have said, you know, we were sort of close to tears with some of it as well. It was so much fun. My favourite bit, can I say what my favourite bit of that film, I think Claire alluded to it, was the chap and the ice cream van. That was fantastic, and the woohoo in the background. They were so enthusiastic. So yeah, no, I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, well done. It was amazing. So that was so those are my favourite sort of takeaways. But it's all been great fun. It's been fantastic doing this, and I guess yeah, we'll be doing more of the same in the future as well. So Joe, unless you want to add anything at the end, we've got a couple of things just to sort of say goodbye on, etc. But if you wanted to add any final bits, Joe.
Yeah, no, I just think the variety of the videos is wonderful. And some of them are very short and very funny, like the pancake race, and some of them are very touching. And some of them you just feel, come on, this is wonderful talent. Let's have a go. Let's have a go at playing spoons, or let's have a go at doing Bhangra or some of these Ukrainian high kicks. You know, just really want to have a go. But the one I really enjoyed was the young guitarist, and in fact I've sent that to some of my, to my son and to some of my friends' sons who are learning to play guitar and so on, because they look the same kind of characters, and they are trying to do similar things, develop their own style and compose their own tunes. Just watch and enjoy. That's my message really to everybody, and join us. Keep in touch with us, and you know, we're all quirky, crazy people, but you know, you're quirky and crazy too, I'm sure. Come and join us.
Here he is, Simon from the garden. Oh,
that's beautiful.
Oh, wonderful. Right, so we've all got right, we've all got one. So this is our thank you from everyone for watching. So we've all this is our thank you to you guys for subscribing and viewing and so on. So hang on, here we go. Steve the Squirrel just has trouble holding his sign up. And I think we're all raising a glass, is that right, of bubbly lemonade?
Well,
or
whatever,
it is.
you know, or a water bottle, whatever.
I don't know, I was just reflecting in the window properly. So yeah, cheers, and drink the what. So yeah, thank you very much, and just remember to subscribe, keep watching. As Joe said, join the Friends of the Derby Arboretum. But yeah, just follow us on social media and keep posting things to DerbyArbo 2020 for the next month or so. We'll repost, retweet, etc. But for the final time this week, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. So everybody, thank you for watching from the Derby Arboretum.
Thank you.